I've got here on my arm Kaghaz ke Phool. I love Indian cinema. The people who are in India celebrating in film culture are heroes. You've listened to everything and you've looked and you've responded. That's the most important thing.
You have no idea how happy that just made me.
Hi, this is Mark Cousins and I'm at Cannes with Sucharita.
Mark Cousins, I am such a fan. Thank you for chatting with me today.
Oh, thank you. I'm delighted to be here.
Congratulations on this new epic, the story of documentary. 16 chapters?
Yes.
1 hour long each?
Yes.
16 hours.
16 hours.
Where do you begin to tell the story of documentary film?
Well, it sort of starts I've started at the beginning. You know, if there was a great history of documentary, I wouldn't need to tell it, but there hasn't been one. And so I thought I'd start roughly in the 1890s, work our way through. But what I love doing is when you get to, the 1950s or the 1940s, circling back, surprise the audience. So we progress through the decades, but try to surprise the audience.
Yeah. So the 2 chapters that you're premiering here at Cannes.
Yes.
I was so surprised because the first sequence is a shot from Shoah, everybody. It's Dharmendra and Amitabh Bachchan, a film you're a fan of, a film you've referenced many times.
Many times.
So talk to me about your relationship with Indian cinema, Mark.
Well, it's a lot, I've got here on my arm Kaghaz ke Phool of Guru Dutt.
You should do it on camera.
Yeah, and on my phone, I have Sharmila Tagore on my phone, and I'm lucky enough to be good friends with Sharmila. So I love Indian cinema. I also knew Mani Kaul, and I've spent time with Amir Khan, and so Indian cinema has been very important to me. Partly because I was so angry at Western cinephiles who know lots and lots and lots and lots about Western cinema, but they know the only thing they know about Indian cinema is short-treated Ray, And if you ask them who Tapan Sinha is, they have no idea, or Ritwik Ghatak, no idea, And I think that I find that really annoying. But the fact is that, far, 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 far better than me. Bengali cinema is a world.
Absolutely different.
And absolutely different from Hindi cinema, for example. I love people who traverse, like Sharmila, for example. But I think probably Kaghaz ke Phool is my favorite Indian film.
A film about
and I'm always
filmmaking?
discovering Indian cinema, and it's the Film Foundation people were just here behind us, and I've been one of their advisors for a while, but I'm more learner, a constant apprentice, shall we say.
Incredible. I discovered your work, of course, many years ago through the story of film and Odyssey, which is this incredible epic about everything one needs to know about cinema. By the way, look at Marcus at the story of film and Odyssey. There's nothing else you need to know. It's like
Could you be my agent, please?
Gladly. Now, in that docu-series, you travel the whole world. You've interviewed Sharmila Tagore in it, and you spoke about Shoah extensively, which is really amazing to see. And even in the new The Story of Documentary, you talked to us about the Oscar-nominated Vidhu Vinod Chopra short film. His wife is a film critic here. She was very surprised to see him mentioned.
I know. She came to me afterwards and said, "I'm his wife." I nearly collapsed, Cause
you didn't know?
I did not know. I didn't know she was in town. And so this is deeply moving for me because, I admire these films from afar, and that's an old movie. And
An Encounter with Faces.
Yeah, I didn't imagine that I'd meet somebody who is engaged so directly with that film, I just love putting this work into my movies, but when you meet the people who are part of it, I'm so moved.
Anupama is one of the leading film critics of the country, and I cut my teeth at her organization, so all of us owe her a debt of gratitude.
How great. And I think that every country needs to celebrate its film culture. India really needs to celebrate its film culture, and it hasn't always done it brilliantly, as you know. And I remember in the past trying to do retrospectives, and the prints weren't in good condition, So it's brilliant. The people who are in India celebrating in film culture are heroes.
Are you following current Indian film culture and what is happening in the nation right now vis-a-vis popular cinema?
I see what I can. I live in Scotland, and so I don't stream films, so I only go to the cinema. So I see what comes to our local theatres, and the films come, but no, I'm not really up to date, unfortunately.
One of the things that your documentary series, your new chapters talk about is, can documentaries stop the rise of fascism?
Yes.
And you believe they can. Can you talk to us about that a little?
Well, I hope it's okay. I think that, the Indian government at the moment is not for all the people of India. I think it's fair to say, and I really admire a filmmaker like Anand Patwardhan, who's really talking about the relationship between masculinity and power, and his film Reason, I thought, was really daring and rich and putting himself in trouble by saying, look, the Enlightenment happened. We cannot all be superstitious. We have to it's in Dr. Ahmed, who wrote the Constitution, separated religion from state. We have to keep that separate. And whatever you think of the current Prime Minister, you have to keep things separate. You cannot allow politics to change the books that children are taught in schools, So that's why I think it's many countries are in difficulties where culture is compromised, and that's why a filmmaker like Pat Bardan is so incredibly important.
He's such a legend. Can you talk to us about the importance of film criticism around cinema?
I think film critics' job is to, lots of people love cinema, but a film critic's job is to articulate a space in which cinema is understood, especially if it's a difficult film or stylistically challenging or something. A film critic can help the audience learn the language, hear the language of cinema. There are lots of modernist filmmakers who are using films and shots and cuts in unusual ways. Filmmakers are like they're interpreters for us, or you could say DJs almost. They're sort of spinning.
That's
discs.
Cool. I'll take it.
Yeah, I think film criticism is crucial, and it is under threat, as you know, all around the world. Newspapers are laying off their film critics, and they think that knowledge about cinema isn't important. Film critics need to really know cinema history.
That's Mark Cousins for you. Lastly, Mark, a very practical question. What are the 3 tips you would like to give someone towards the art of taking a good documentary interview? How to take a good documentary interview? 3 things.
To the person asking the question?
Mm-hmm. If I'm making
most important thing is doing what you're doing to me right now, which is listening and looking me in the eye. The number of times I've been interviewed by somebody and they've got the questions in front of you and they ask the questions and then they put your head down and you're talking to the top of their head. You've listened to everything and you've looked and you've responded. That's the most important thing.
You have no idea how happy that just made me. I have spent days trying to emulate the way you speak, the way you speak about cinema. This has been such a joy, Mark.
Thank you. You've really energized me. Thank you.
I can keep going. I can talk to you for 5 more minutes. All right, lastly, do you have a watch list at the festival here? Are you watching anything?
Because I'm working here, like I'm doing lots of press and doing lots of business meetings, I might not see anything.
Oof, okay.
Which is terrible.
Right.
But, people from all around the world here, and we're about to announce our new film is sold in 5 territories, and so it's going to be announced today or tomorrow. So I have to meet all the people who have bought the film, and that's valuable work as well.
I'm happy to send you my notes if you're so inclined after the festival. Thank you for chatting with me.
Pleasure.
And thank you, Thom Powers, for introducing us.
Oh, that's so nice. We love Thom Powers.
We love Thom Powers. Thank you, Mark.